Hello everyone, good day. In this video, we will be talking about the ethnography of language policy. Before anything else, let me introduce to you my group mates, which are Celeste Kristen May, Encinares Alissa Faith, Generoso Noriemae Joy, Hermosilla John Dorix, and yours truly, Rex Marcelino. To go further about this topic, let us know what is ethnography. Ethnography in Science Dictionary, it is the scientific description of the customs of individual peoples and cultures. In other words, ethnography of language policy is a method which makes micro connections by comparing critical discourse analysis of language policy with ethnographic data collections in some local contexts. According to Hornberger's 1988 study of Quechua and bilingual education in Peru, ethnographic research on planning can be traced in the study of Hornberger's 1988. This is the roots of this. The roots of this depends on how one defines language policy. Also according to Johnson 2009, multilingualism, multilingual education, and interactional norms is important. But there is a difference between research on language policy implications and research that focuses on language policy processes. So, um, to to go farther, Hornberger and Johnson 2007, according to them, to address the tension between critical theoretical work and ethnographic. Classroom-based research that emphasizes the powerful role of practitioners in language policy processes. Ethnographies of language policy, it provides a theoretical and conceptual orientation that combines macro and micro. That's going to balance or balances policy power and interpretive agency and is committed to social justice. In addition, ethnographers should do research in institutions of which they are already in members, but such as chimbutanes to develop an insider's understanding and develop more than a description of conventional systems. Criticism of language policy can be influenced by unquestioned valorizations, creating challenges for ethnographies of language policy. In this part, my co-reporter John Dorix will continue to discuss about this uh, 5 ethnography of languages policy can.
Hello, everyone. Now we will talk about what opportunities and impacts the study of ethnography can create. First is it can illuminate and inform various types of language planning, namely the status, corpus, and acquisition planning. Now, what this means is that ethnography of language policy can give clarity to what the actual meaning and purpose are of the types of language planning. Ethnography of language policy will help in giving us a deeper understanding and develop a more structured knowledge about language planning. Next is the ethnography of language policy can illuminate and inform language policy processes. This is still somehow the same as the first one, but this is heavily focused on the processes such as the creation of language policies and the interpretation of them. Number 3, ethnography of language policy can marry a critical approach with a focus on agency. Through learning the ethnography of language policy, we can use that knowledge and relate it to society. This means being able to identify the power of societal and local policy texts, then create a connection with the discourses and discoursers to develop an appropriate approach to different situations. Fourth one is illuminate the links across the multiple language planning and policy layers. This LPP means language planning and policy. The ethnography of language policy can give an explanation to the connection of the LPP layers, starting from the macro level down to the micro level, and from policy to practice. It will identify problems and give solutions to those problems. The fifth and last one, ethnography of language policy can open up ideological spaces that allow for egalitarian dialogue. This means that each and every person deserve equal rights and opportunities, specifically with their discourses. People should be free and are open to talking about ideas such as the promotion of social justice and the need for sound educational practices. That was all that the ethnography of language policy can do based on the studies by Hornberger, and Johnson as our reference. To conclude all the concepts, basically, the study of ethnography will not only help in gaining knowledge for improving researches, but it will eventually help the people to have a proper and civilized linguistic environment. This is the end of our discussion, and we'll see you again next time.